Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Happy Monday. Welcome to our Monday's edition of the Morning Breath. SPP has got a silent version of the aw.
Very sorry.
It's all right. No worries.
He's pushing all the buttons and doing all the things.
It's been a busy weekend, so we're all, we're all in a little la-la land, aren't we, SPP?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. I expected just a yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
He's trying to make sure we're on the air and the microphones are on.
I know, that's why I wanted to put a little more pressure to him, that he could talk and do all those things that you do.
Multitask.
Good God. If there's anybody in this room that doesn't know exactly what you're doing, it's me. I know that you're pressing camera buttons, and that's about all I know. Mm-hmm. You do a lot of other stuff.
Just fiddle around sometimes, Just see what happens.
So, well done. SPP.
Oh, thanks.
And ahoy.
Ahoy.
And we have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. My skipper. My skipper.
You are
There's
the skipper.
A napkin in there in my hat. There's a Kleenex. I wonder if that's good or bad.
I don't know. I didn't put it there. It still looks unused, but you just don't know.
Well, here I am.
Why don't you just hold it, rub it around, put it on your face? Why not some unknown Kleenex?
I need a vacation. So we had a busy weekend.
Yeah, a lot of sports this weekend. A lot of stuff happened this weekend.
We're going to save wrestling, which is really my favorite thing to talk about. We're going to save that for later.
All right.
Let's talk about Woo Sue Pig.
Woo damn pig.
Woo damn pig, Sue.
And Jeff's here
Pig.
this morning. He says, Sweet 16, gents.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Woo damn pig. So I am, and I think you are too. We are now big Arkansas fans.
I'm officially on board.
However, you and I both had St. John's making a big old run in the tournament, so
Yeah.
our brackets are screwed up.
Yeah, so it goes. I didn't see that coming.
No.
I watched Arkansas as I said during the season that I'd watched them a time or two.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Woo damn pig.
But I didn't think they was that good.
Nope.
Upset of the year, I think. So, of the tournament so far, the biggest, I think.
Yeah.
It might be.
Probably.
I would say.
Yeah, I don't have the seeds on
Now
them.
Jeff would say that's no upset.
And they got Texas Tech next.
Well, I say sky's the limit for them now.
Yeah,
Now I just want to get them to the Final Four.
Texas Tech is hot, but I don't know. So is Arkansas. So.
And then I don't even care if they make it to the finals. I just don't. I'm just going to cheer for them now.
Yep.
They're going to be my new team.
Woo damn pig.
Ooh, damn pig. Anything else happened? Peter, you're the big basketball aficionado here.
It's been a pretty chalk tournament. I mean, number 6 BYU, they're in the Sweet 16. They play Bama.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Ole Miss.
I thought Wisconsin would beat them.
Ole Miss beat Iowa State. So there's a 6 seed.
It just wasn't even that close of a game.
They were down by 26 at one point. They got a little closer to the final, but
They did.
It was.
That was not that close a game.
Nope.
Did you see that one coming, Peter?
I did pick them. Actually, I didn't. I thought I did.
You picked Ole Miss, Tim.
Yeah. Oh, of course I did.
Of course I did. Of course
I'm sitting whatever region that is. I haven't lost in that region, but we'll see. Auburn, Michigan State. We'll see what happens there. So how much time do they have off? Do they play? They start playing again.
I think they play Thursday again.
So in the meantime, we'll have the ladies.
Women play today at 3:00.
So
Iowa women play at 3:00.
Because for God's sakes, we can't run out of basketball to watch.
Nope.
So I suspect John was going to come in. I suspect he's in a basketball coma somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. Well, he sent us a picture of his garage and had multiple TVs and the whole thing going on.
His feet were up.
Yeah.
He looked quite comfortable. Before we get too much further, I want to say this, that the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, the three of us this morning, was sponsored by
Thank you, Willie.
Ivy and Ivy Fast and
Thank you,
Fresh.
Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
Yeah, I can get it out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in a little food coma, so I had my day of the whole year was yesterday, and my family prepared a large meal for me and just took care of me yesterday.
Was it your birthday yesterday?
Yesterday was my birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Skipper.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Did you also celebrate Jed's birthday again?
You know, it was talked about, but you know, it was determined that it was my day, so he was going to have to. He was there, but he couldn't take any.
We'll
credit.
circle back to him later
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
you know, he's got time between mine and the next one, which will be Alex. So
there you go.
yeah, so I had brisket and
Wow.
mac and cheese with some bacon and
Nice.
scalloped corn and that.
All the good
I
stuff.
did not want to wake up this morning because I had a full belly still.
Jeff says if Arkansas makes the Final Four, a hog hat is headed to Washington.
There we go. There we go.
So, well, that was good. You got the whole family and got some good food and all good.
It was awesome. So thank you all, fam.
Yes.
All the granny kids were there. It was a good day.
Nice.
Good day.
Nice. So it's bracket, a little more bracket talk.
Okay.
Handful. So this is handful of remaining perfect brackets in the NCAA tournament busted out on Sunday. So the final perfect bracket on Yahoo Sports and CBS Sports were shredded with Saturday's games. Duke's 89-66 win over Baylor left one remaining perfect bracket in ESPN's tracker, and it didn't last long. It got imploded with Kentucky's win over Illinois, creating 24.3 million imperfect brackets on ESPN. Michigan's win over Texas A&M Saturday shredded the final perfect bracket in Yahoo Sports, and CBS Sports lost its last perfect bracket with Saturday night's games, including number 6 BYU over Wisconsin. Creighton was listed as ESPN's top bracket buster after its win over Louisville.
That was the
on
first game
Thursday.
of the tournament.
Yeah, 13 million people went out on that game alone on ESPN. So, but on the other, so there's no perfect brackets in all the major whatever, which is not totally a surprise, really. I mean, that'd be pretty tough to get it. But on the other end of the spectrum, ESPN reported that every pick was wrong on 30 other brackets.
Every pick is wrong.
Every single pick, they missed every one. Now you almost have to be
How
doing that.
low would you feel? You didn't get one game right.
It says a nearly impossible feat in its own right,
Yes.
even if you were trying to pick the losers.
Never thought of doing that before. I want to pick everything wrong.
I mean, it's kind of like picking everything right at that point.
It is the polar opposite of that, but it's just as difficult.
Yeah. So, but 30 people have missed every game.
That's incredible.
It is.
So they can't win another one, can they? If you've missed every game, there's no way that you could go any further. You should
After the first round, if you pick every loser, then
you're done.
nobody else that you
can't
have
not
any of
win
your teams win.
You can't win another game.
Good point. I guess I don't know how that.
That's incredible that somebody could do that. That's stunning. I
Yeah,
can't even.
like it says, even if you tried. I mean, because there's upsets and there's 30 people.
Good Lord in heaven. I'll have to try that next year.
Yeah, just pick
the
all
loser.
the losers.
And watch, we'll get it all right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's your best bracket ever.
I haven't lost one.
My sister Tiffany's on this morning. She says my nephews are watching, so Cam and Coop. Hello.
Cam
Ahoy.
and Coop, ahoy. Indeed. All right, Peter. What do you? So kind of what's your record right now? My record, according to Bossman Matt, is 37-11.
Oh,
Do you have those kind of stats?
I do
Well,
not.
Are you better than I?
I
Yeah,
have
but-
12 of my Sweet 16.
12 of your Sweet 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of my Sweet 16.
Oh yeah.
I've lost. So all I did for ours, Tim, is because I don't have Peter's. He's got his own little world going on, but he can tell us whatever he wants, and we can't double check him. But all I did is if you won the game or lost the game.
I have 11 of the Sweet 16.
Yeah. So I'm 40-8. You're 37-11, I think.
Now, The only thing that's saving me is whatever bracket Auburn and Michigan are in. If that happens to go Auburn's way, I'll be looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, I got Auburn, Michigan State, Florida, St. John's, Duke, Wisconsin, so I lost that one, and Houston, Tennessee. I do have that one.
I really thought Illinois was going to play better against Kentucky, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of basketball. I didn't. We went to see my daughter, and which was great, but didn't get to see a lot of basketball this weekend. So I saw the scores, but that was about it.
And I didn't really watch a ton either, honestly. I'm going to pay attention to Arkansas from the rest of the tournament.
Woo damn pig.
Or I better not. One way, maybe I would jinx them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't want that.
Jeff wants to know, Peter, if you picked Arkansas over St. John's. Nobody picked Arkansas over St. John's.
Jeff, did you pick Arkansas?
You pick Arkansas over St.
St.
John's?
I picked St. John's.
You have to go with that number one pick. It's I do also have a very good friend that is the biggest Iowa State fan I've ever seen. He took Iowa State to win it all. And that was that's a homer bet if you ever. But what if?
Yeah, what if? But earlier in the year, you'd make a good run like that. But the last part of the year, you just couldn't get behind Iowa State very much.
They just injuries hurt them, I think.
Yeah, that ton.
And they just couldn't recover.
Yeah, and they had they're saying the injuries, but then the injuries cause different lineups, and you don't get used to playing with each other, and you lose some of that whatever. But I did have Iowa State beating Ole Miss, which was wrong, but I picked them one more time.
Not I.
You were bailed out.
They were done.
They were done.
When you play that poorly in the second half, there's not good things going to happen. That's what I feel.
I just read this morning. I think on January 15th, they'd lost one game on January 15th, and then they went 10-9 down the stretch.
Oh, what a difference the new year makes.
Yes, something like that.
Let's see. Was there anything else going on this weekend, Peter? Was there a chess game or a cricket
game?
Cricket.
So
Cricket.
Actually, that brings up a good point. As a different podcast I listen to, Murph and Andy. It's on the Iowa Everywhere Network. I'll give them credit. They were talking about that, I think, on Friday. What qualifies as a sport? Is chess a sport?
It's a sport for your brain, I believe.
Well, but it's kind of subjective. So is NASCAR racing a sport?
Well, they claim it is.
I don't know. But
I think it's more so for the people that are changing the tires.
the
pit crew. They're doing very specific exercises.
Well, so they were kind of going through a list, and basically the general rule was it had to have a puck or a ball, except for wrestling and boxing. They came up with boxing, so wrestling and boxing were sports. You have to be able to play defense, and then there was a third one. I can't remember what it was, but so in NASCAR racing, obviously there's no puck or ball. You can't play defense with NASCAR.
You just have to have one of the three, or do you have?
No, it's all three, except for wrestling and boxing, because you don't have to have a puck or a ball.
Mm-hmm.
So karate is not.
So
because there's no puck or ball.
In that theory, yeah. But I don't know.
You have to be pretty physically gifted to do karate.
I think you probably have to be physically gifted to drive a car for
200
miles an hour for 5 hours.
Drink some Mountain Dews.
Drink some Mountain Dews.
Play some TVs. Just stay awake.
Anybody that has to urinate sit in their own urination for 2 hours during their NASCAR race, maybe they're an athlete.
I say so.
I could never do that.
I couldn't either.
I couldn't. And then if I did happen to win, I would just drive right to the bathroom.
Just go right to the bathroom.
Sorry.
It's like, I'll be there in a minute.
I'm going to make a pit stop first. I got to put a new clothes on because these are saturated. Mm-hmm. There's no more. Can't take any more.
So, to your point, were there any other sports? It depends on whether you call it a sport or not.
Okay, chess is not. There's no puck. There's some defense.
Well, but that's this one guy's take on it. I mean,
cricket.
You still practice. You still have to. I don't know.
There's a ball in cricket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't see it because it's going 800
I don't think it's called a
miles
ball.
an hour.
But yeah, exactly.
Where'd that go? How'd that score?
Horse racing, is a jockey an athlete?
I'd say so.
I mean, they have to train, and so Jeff brought that up. He says they're not sports, horse racing or car racing.
I find it hard to believe. Why would the jockey be called an athlete when it's the horse doing all
So
the
that's
work?
exactly what Jeff says. And it's a good point. Success is more based on the non-human aspect of it. Same with NASCAR racing, right? If you have a bad car, Jeff says, don't get me started.
I mean, isn't there like a technique whether to like whip the horse or not?
Yeah, you
On
have
the
to have some,
straightaways, you got to whip it, but on the curves, you got to kind of
well, clearly,
steer it a little bit.
Clearly, you know more about it.
well,
than me.
without
I'm just
without the exception of size, I mean, we are too big to be jockeys, but we wouldn't have that
we could do
knowledge.
it. We're just going to log the horse down.
But you get a real jockey. Yeah, exactly. The horses be like, no, coming out
I'm
the
not
gate.
going around twice with you on my back.
My sister Tiffany, she's a dance coach at Simpson College, and is dance a sport, and they work their tails off. I can tell you that.
I know that my little granddaughter gets tired after her
Yeah.
dances.
Yeah. So is
I
that
think if you get tired
if
doing
you,
something,
if you sweat while
it
you're
might
doing
be
it?
a sport.
if you're speed walking.
Is
that
swimming a sport?
Well, there you go. Racing. There's no pucker ball in track.
Yeah.
I
Shot
think
put.
they missed a lot of things.
I think so too. I think there's holes in that theory.
There's holes in the theory. Doesn't need a ball or a puck. But I know this. It's 7:31. We need a break.
You take a break.
We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers, and welcome back to a very rambunctious.
We opened
Monday.
a discussion up here. So, Jeff, the beer rule: if you can drink while playing and still do well, not a sport.
Except
Except slow pitch softball.
slow pitch softball, Jeff. I think that you can still perform, and some could argue that they're better with a few beers under their belt at slow pitch softball.
Golf and bowling, same way. Now, there's a probably with all these, a few beers okay. There's a line
Well,
somewhere.
there's always that fence.
Yeah.
That if you teeter on top of the fence, you teeter the wrong way. That one more sip, and then you go over the wrong side of the fence.
and then
It's
not
not
so
always
much.
greener on that
It's
side.
not always greener.
Sure.
But brought up gymnastics.
Sport.
They're athletes for sure.
Simone Biles might be most of those gymnasts.
Yeah.
But she comes to mind, and there was the other gal from, before Simone from Iowa, unbelievable
Gabby Douglas?
athletics. Was there?
Wasn't Gabby Douglas?
Yeah, I'm sure she's one, but there's one she was West Des Moines.
Yeah, Sean Johnson.
Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
From your neck of the woods, Sean Johnson, West Des Moines.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're-
Should have known her.
I had no idea.
Peter's like, no, my parents live there. I didn't live there.
No clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible athletes.
Third party rule. Jeff, you're on this, man. Jeff says third party rule. If the winner's decided
Jeff hasn't come off his high of beating St.
I know.
John's.
And as designed by a judge, it's not a sport. If the winner is decided by a judge, it's not a sport. Well, boxing is decided by a judge.
Gymnastics is by a judge.
Gymnastics is by a judge.
Yeah, we got to. This is harder than filling out a sheet perfectly.
It kinda
bracket
is.
Sheet perfectly.
We can
Either
fill
winning
all the
or
sports
losing.
imperfect.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can perfectly guess which one's a sport.
There we go.
It's very subjective. Very subjective.
So now that we know all about this,
Gymnastics is athletic competition, not a sport. Athletic competition, not a sport.
no,
Jeff, you might
I
make.
don't know that I can say that.
Jeff, we love you, but you might make some enemies today.
The gymnasts come out of the
The
woodwork.
gymnasts are going to be all over you.
So there was a little wrestling tournament.
Little one.
It was all that I thought about, and while I was eating my chips and salsa from your family, thank you.
6 days.
He texted me on Saturday.
I did that on purpose. by the
and
way.
said, I'm going to have some, it's lunchtime, I'm going to have some chips and salsa. I said, make sure you save some of the salt to rub in my wounds.
It's not all you said, but we're not going to repeat the first part. But
Yeah.
the response was immediate.
It was
and
right now.
heartfelt. Here, I was just throwing a little fun, little fun jab at it.
I didn't even put the little laughing face
It
after
came
it.
back. He came back vicious, but I'm okay. Thick-skinned as I am. I didn't even save salt.
You didn't even save the salt. I ate all the salt too,
Ate
damn
the
it.
salt too. Okay, so we did have a little wrestling tournament.
Yes.
I think the most, and I even called you.
Yep.
And we talked.
Yes.
'Cause-
When I could get reception in the heart of Missouri.
Yeah, you get down there, there's places that just don't work. But the Friday was a big day. Friday and Friday night, the semifinal.
Yeah.
Just a good round for Iowa. Look, we finished fourth, not ever where we want to be.
Right. But we had two scores, Teamer and Parco, that they had injuries,
Yep.
and that would have helped. Now, that would have got us to second, I don't know, but probably not.
Probably not.
But maybe third.
Third would have been viable.
Right.
And even then, I'm not certain.
Yeah, right.
Really not certain.
Right.
So a big day for Iowa. I was very, very proud and glad to wear a Hawkeye patch on, wherever I went through the weekend because I thought we just had a tremendous Friday.
Yep.
We got three guys in the
Three into
in
the finals.
haven't had that in
It's been a while.
a long time.
Yeah.
And we did well on the backside. We get to the consolation side of the bracket. We did okay there
We
too.
got two. We got 5 total on the podium. So 3 were going in the finals, and 2 more were wrestling for.
So we brought
spots.
8 guys and 5 of them.
We brought 9.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Brought 9 guys, and 5 of them ended up All-Americans.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Including PK, which he's just a good story. He got 4th, but good for him.
He's just tough.
He is.
I just love him. I've loved him for for when he first got here.
He was 11 seed and got 4th place.
Just a tough competitor.
Yep.
And wrestled. How many times did he wrestle Messenbrick? Maybe just twice this year.
No, that's Caliendo.
Or who was the other Penn State kid that he just can't beat?
Is it Kasich? I think it is.
K6 57, isn't he?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but wrestled really well. The team that surprised me, Nebraska.
Yeah.
I mean, not really surprised me because I thought they were good.
They surprised me in the Big Tens and just kept going.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to do as well in the Big Tens, but then they showed out, man.
Well, I've been watching them the last couple of years, and I'm not surprised. I said I was surprised, but I'm surprised they got second. I thought maybe Oklahoma State was gonna make a little more news, and they were third.
Yeah.
But kind of a distant third.
Yeah. Nebraska was a clear second, without question.
Very clear, and still not enough horsepower to get Penn State,
No.
who only had 2 national champs.
Yeah.
You're smiling.
Well, I'm smiling because they only had 2 national champs, but they had 10 All-Americans.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. It's only been done one other time.
Iowa.
Minnesota.
10 out of 10. That's pretty amazing. The work they did on the backside was
Yeah. And for those that don't know, All-American means, so if you get, so it's
top 8.
Top 8. It's a 32-man bracket. Each bracket is 32, and you get top 8 and you're All-American. Which is
So
good.
great tournament. All around, I really enjoyed the finals.
Yeah. Buchanan won. We got one winner out
We
of
have
3.
One national champ, our 197-pounder,
Yep.
senior, transferred in. He is now done.
Yeah.
As well as the 2 guys that got hurt, and that's too bad.
It is. Hey, what do you do, right? They're hurt.
They're hurt. So we've got some holes to fill. We got good things to build on. We'll be kind of heavy in seniors next year. Not kind of heavy, but just a little bit heavy. With we're going to miss Caliendo, and
Callahan's back.
he is back next year.
Yeah. Oh,
But
after-
senior. He'll be
yeah,
a senior
so he'll
next
be a senior,
year.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Drake Ayala will be a senior.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know who else.
PK will be gone. He's coming back
PK is
next
going to
year.
be a senior, but I don't know where that
I don't know
poor
where he
kid's going
fits.
to wrestle.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he can beat Arnold. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. 174.
And we can't not talk about Gable Stevenson.
Maybe you and I were talking about this earlier before we went on air. Clearly, the number one heavyweight
By far, he's
really all season has been Gable Stevenson,
He's
the
an
Minnesota
Olympic
wrestler.
champion. He's already a 2-time. Before this year's a 2-time NCAA champion.
Took 2 years off to go explore the Himalayas or whatever he was doing.
Or the WWE. Either one.
Came back and just kind of out of the blue said, well, I'm going to wrestle. I got one more year of eligibility. I'm going to come back and wrestle. He was immediately ranked number 1.
For good reason. Should have been.
For real good reason.
Yeah.
For real good reason. Didn't get nobody took him down all season. Just kind of rolled through the
that's right.
season until his final match.
Till the final 30 seconds of the
Yes.
final match.
Yes, he was going up against number 2, young man from Oklahoma State. It is really a heck of a story in itself.
It
He's
is.
a fighter pilot for the Air Force.
Yeah, he wrestled 4 years for the Air Force and is committed for a 5-year stint in the Air Force, but got a 1-year exception to go finish out his college wrestling.
Mm-hmm. And so they're going at it. Gable, he's winning until the last 20 or 30 seconds. I don't know when that takedown happened.
It might have even been, for some reason, 18 seconds sticks in my head. It was way late. I mean, it
was late.
Yeah.
And so that put him up by 1, and Gable tried to get up, but this lad was determined that he was going to win this. And I told my son early on, I said, this guy wants Gable.
Yeah, I did not. Even with 30 seconds left, I thought Gable's got this.
He'll still get out overtime.
Yeah,
takedown.
Whatever. Yep. I'd never until the final bell. I thought Gable was going to win that.
Yeah. So you and I both agree it's probably not the biggest upset ever.
Right, but it's
in wrestling.
but it's close.
But it's in the top 3 for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan Gable getting beat.
Dan Gable getting beat is the biggest,
Yeah.
period.
Dan Gable undefeated all the way through college and got beat his final match his final year.
Yep.
Larry Owens from Washington. And then Dan Gable went to the Olympics and did not allow a single point scored
Said,
against him.
Well, I'm going to show you.
Yes. So,
He did.
yeah.
All right. So we didn't bore you to death with wrestling. I hope you're all happy because that's all Matt and I want to talk about.
Yes. And we talked about it all weekend off and on. So,
Yeah, we got it through our system.
yes.
Just
yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take a break so we can get set for the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. we believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back. It's been a fun day. Lots of conversation. Ahoy, Cindy. She came in a little late. I don't know if there's anybody else we need to say hello to.
Jimmy, Tiffany, Denise, Jeff, my mom, and there was a couple others that I missed, so I apologize, but thank you all for watching.
We need a bigger screen.
Yeah, they scroll past Alex.
Yeah, Alex was here.
Yeah.
Look at all that.
Yeah.
Lots of conversation. Good
So
stuff.
it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Let's get set for the day.
Let's do it.
Yes, I can say that really.
Let's get set for the day.
Let's get ready to rumble.
That's copyrighted. You can't do that. You'll get us in trouble. You'll get kicked off of YouTube. It is Monday. It is the 24th day of March. This is episode 276. The temperature right now in Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, Washington is freezing. 32 degrees.
I just know it's warm up your car day again.
Every day is warm up your car day.
Yeah, if it's 70 degrees, we got to warm that thing up.
Yeah. It's supposed to be partly cloudy to cloudy throughout the day, still kind of breezy. High of 55 and a low of 39. I saw Friday, a high of like 80.
I saw that too.
Yeah, but also storms, but still 80 on Friday. As of right now, that could change and probably will. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Changes coming from Fairfield Yard Waste. Mount Pleasant's Sari Sanchez soars to All-State Speech Festival. And Washington Kyoto staff sharing agreements threatened amid an ad dispute.
Threatened amid an ad dispute.
Yeah, say that. I didn't think that was going to be so hard to say, but it is.
It
kind
was
of
a little difficult.
I barely got it out. Sports, there's a couple of soccer scrimmages tonight, but we're starting soccer next Tuesday. Week from tomorrow.
You're hoping for 80 degrees.
I'm
really
hoping
bad.
for 80 degrees. I want it to be warm because I know it can get cold and it sets on top. The soccer field sets on top of a hill, so the wind will get us. I just don't want it to rain.
I know this. The wind blows easy around here, these
Yes,
parts.
it does. Yes, it does.
Jeez.
This day in history, on this day in 1857, American inventor Alicia Otis installed the first commercial elevator in a department store in New York City. 1857, the first elevator.
I'd love that. Wonder if she'd come work on mine.
Yeah.
Well,
I
she
may
has
be
it.
saying that. It says, look, it's Elisha. I think it was a guy, but I saw a picture, but it's Alicia. I don't know. But could you imagine? So we were in a hotel in Kirksville, Missouri this weekend, and a small hotel. It had one elevator, and we rode, and it did a little vibrating thing before it stopped, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of unnerving.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine jumping on the first elevator and be like, he's like, no, really, get in here. I'll take you up there. No,
This thing, it works.
I'm not
It'll be
getting.
fine.
I'm not getting in that thing.
Well, did they have anything real tall back in the day?
Well, I don't know how tall it was. I don't know how many floors it went up, but I'm not going up 10 foot. I'll be like, you try it first.
I'm good.
You try it first.
I know these stairs won't fall.
I'll take the stairs.
Wasn't that the story of the bridge that was made from Carnegie Steel, and nobody trusted it, so he shipped an elephant from Africa, and it walked over the bridge, and everyone trusted it ever since.
I did hear that story.
So
Yes.
just got to put an elephant in the elevator, and
I think it'd be hard to stuff an elephant. in an
everybody would
elevator.
trust it.
So
Easy as that.
Random joke, random fact, or random quote. Somebody, anybody.
Random joke.
Random joke.
Somebody, please tell me what to
Tell me
do.
what to do. What do you call a baby sheep that knows karate?
I don't know.
Lamb chop.
A lamb chop.
Peter, you're so smart.
You got it.
What can I say?
Just came to you, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Very good.
Lamb chop.
Chop.
Today's takeaway.
Mine is going to be odd. I'm just going to start.
All right.
There's a random screw that you've picked up from the floor.
Did.
Just sitting there. And so what I've determined is that screw is not so important to the functionality of your
I
chair.
think it's right here.
Now I see that.
You can't see it on camera, but
Okay, so I just felt that the random screw that showed up on the table
yeah.
was not so intricate as to hold up the whole entire chair.
Yeah, well, that would make great entertainment if my chair collapsed under us. So,
Johnny on the spot over here, this man we call SPP, who would have lickety split changed the camera and see you go ass over eye.
yeah,
apple
he'd,
cart.
he'd catch that on film or on camera, no doubt.
Too good of content not to get.
Yeah.
for sure.
Jeff says, first the cruise ship, now this. I am Matt, you are anti-elevator. The cruise ship, I wasn't afraid of the elevator. I had no patience to wait for the damn
Can't
thing.
do that.
Yeah.
I am not waiting 25 minutes for
No.
an elevator.
Nope.
Did you have a takeaway today, Peter?
I did. I guess there is a difference between athletic competitions and sports.
Yes, indeed.
I don't mean to start any more fires, but just
Well, mine's on the same vein.
Alcohol consumption has something to do with
Alcohol, yes. Mine's in the same vein. Is it's what is and is not a sport. It's very subjective.
it. Slapping a sport?
Have you seen those guys?
That's
Yes.
just crazy.
Oh my God.
That's just crazy.
I don't know if it's a sport. I think for that sport, beer is required. I think it's like part of the uniform.
I don't know. I would not want to get hit by any of them.
But also good point. Arm wrestling. Is that a sport? Who knows? We could go on all day.
I'm not going to say no to those guys.
Yeah, no
They
kidding.
call it a sport. Ask the news reporter that said, is the WWE real?
Yeah.
That got thrown around by one of those
Yes.
guys.
Infotainment or what do they call it? Athletitainment or something.
it's like sports.
You making up
entertainment
a
or
new
something.
word?
I am kind of
Okay.
Sports entertainment.
sports entertainment.
All right. Okay, we go long as normal, but happy Monday, everybody. Thanks very much for joining. We'll be back tomorrow, and we won't talk wrestling.
Nope.
That's all I know.
Nope.
Have a great Tuesday. Ahoy.